Check 1 2 3. Test 1 2. Check 1 2 3.
And good afternoon and welcome to, I guess still good morning and welcome to Lexington County Baseball Stadium here in Lexington, South Carolina for the fourth day of competition at the 2019 Spartan Southern Classic. I'm John Schwartz bringing you play-by-play coverage of today's game, and a new team joins the fray here in the Spartan Southern Classic, is making the trip over is Western New England, 1-1 on the season. They'll be the visiting team in the game today, and will be taking on Case Western Reserve University, 6-5, and 2-2 so far here at the Spartan Southern Classic. Again, good afternoon, everyone. I'm John Schwartz, bringing you play-by-play coverage of today's game and a couple more games this week. First of two meetings between these two teams, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get you the batting order, being with the lineup for Western New England. Joe Weber, the right fielder, leading things off. It'll be Alex Laparco, the shortstop, batting second. Eric LeCaire, the center fielder, in the 3 spot, and Joe Casella will be hitting cleanup. Ben Lacroix, the left fielder, hitting in the 5 spot. Pardon me, that's LaCroix hitting in the 5 spot. Zach Nussbaum playing first base and hitting 6. Brian Valeri, the catcher, hits 7th. Kevin Johnson, the second baseman, hits 8th. And then rounding out the lineup in the 9 spot will be the third baseman, Sebi Grignano. For Case Western Reserve University defensively, over first base is Casey McConney. Second baseman is Rocco Ma. The shortstop, Jacob Lott, and third baseman is Jacob Kusha. In the outfield, the left fielder is Jake Ryan. In center field, we have Samuel Neal, and in right field, Benjamin Stawicki. Doing the catching, Tyler Whippasinski, and on the mound, Matt Levine, the sophomore out of Boca Raton, Florida. Levine making his second start of the spring trip. The first was an extremely effective outing against Oglethorpe. He's operating on normal rest. 1-0 on the season with 1.33 ERA through 3 appearances, including 2 starts. He's gone 20 in third innings, allowed just 11 hits for a 164 opponent's batting average. He has struck out 11 and walked 5. First batter of the game is Weber, who takes a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Now the 0-1 on the way. A little bit outside with the off-speed pitch, and the count goes to 1-1. Weber looking for his first hit of the year. He is 0 for 4 so far on the season. Foul tip back, and the count goes to 1-2. The Golden Bears have played a pair of games. On March 3rd, they lost to Westfield State 6-5, and then on March 9th, they picked up a walk-off 3-2 win against Springfield. So, getting to see the field for the first time in a while here. The fourth pitch of the at-bat popped up foul territory. Whippasinski over, called off by Kushu, and foul territory makes the grab, and there's one away. It's a good job by Kusha there to get the quick out. And Levine has retired the first batter he's faced. I'll bring up Alex Laparco, the shortstop, hitting at .250 on the season. He's 2 for 8. Swings and grounds that one towards third. Big hop right into the glove of Kush, who has another chance. Throws on to first and in time for the out. 2 quickly retired here for Matt Levine, the sophomore right-handed pitcher. So 2 gone now. Eric LeCaire will be the batter. LeCaire, the center fielder, hitting at .333. He's 1 for 3 with 3 walks on the season. First pitch taken for a strike, and the count goes to 0-1 on LeCaire. Little outside, 1-1. Now the 1-1. That one lifted in the air, left field, but right at Jake Ryan, who comes in a few steps and makes the catch for the out. A quick first inning of work for Matt Levine, who needs just 7 pitches to maneuver his way through it. We'll move along into the bottom of the first inning. And we are scoreless between Case Western Reserve and Western New England. Let's go ahead and get you the Batting order for the Spartans today, and it'll be similar to what we've seen the last few days, especially the top. Rocco Maw, the second baseman, leading things off. He'll be followed by Jake Ryan, the left fielder, and then Jacob Kusha, the third baseman. Hitting in the cleanup spot is Tyler Whippazinski. He'll be followed by Benjamin Stawicki back in the lineup today and playing right field. Casey McConney gets the start at first base. He'll bat 6, followed by Noah Murley, the designated hitter, in the 7 spot. Samuel Neal playing center field and batting 8th, and then Jacob Lott, the shortstop, rounds out the lineup in the 9 hole. Defensively for Western New England, first baseman is Zach Nussbaum. Second baseman is Kevin Johnson. The third baseman is going to be Sebi Grignano. And the shortstop is Alex Leparco. In the outfield, left fielder is Ben LaCroix. Center fielder will be Eric LeCaire, and the right fielder is Joe Weber. Doing the catching is Brian Valeriano, and on the mound is Paul Wetmore. Wetmore making his second appearance of the year in his first start. He's 0-1 with an ERA over 100 for the season, allowed 4 runs in a third of an inning of work. Control was not good for him in that third of an inning against Westfield State. He walked 4 batters, struck out 1, gave up just 1 hit. Nowhere to go but up for Wetmore here today as he makes his first start of the campaign. So we're set to get going with the bottom of the first inning. And the Spartans, the home team in the game today. We'll send the top of their order, Ma, Ryan, and Kusha, through the hotter hitters on the team to the plate. Rocco, the starting second baseman for the Spartans, his average up to .310 on the year with 1 home run and 8 runs batted in. First pitch on the way to Ma. And he rockets that in the air to left field, deep, but should be playable. Going back and making the catch is the left fielder for the Golden Bears, LaCroix, for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out as Wetmore retires the first batter of the game. And that'll bring up Jake Ryan. Ryan red hot at the plate, had 2 more doubles in yesterday's game, leads the team with a .370 average, 12 runs batted in for Ryan on the year. Fouls back the first pitch, and he falls behind in the count 0-1. Ryan had a 6-for-6 day at the plate 2 days ago against Roger Williams in that 19-1 win. Hit a home run earlier in the spring break trip against Oglethorpe. Waits the 0-1. It's down and out for a ball, 1-1. The home plate umpire didn't want to give his last name, so we'll just call him Damon for now. Never seen that before from an umpire. Has that one rocketed deep down the line and left, but tailing Fallon out of play. And the count goes to 1-2. Umpire in the field is Robbie Joyner. One, 2 on the way. Down and out, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 now to Ryan. And it's in there, called strike 3. That was a good pitch, and it looked like Ryan was looking for something else.
The third baseman for Case Western Reserve, number 19, Jacob Kusha.
And so Ryan down looking. Called strike to Kusha, and the count goes to 0-1. That ball hit in the air towards the gap in right center field. Looks like it's going to get over one's head, and it does. Hits right in front of the warning track. Kusha turns the corner at first, still pulling to second with a 2-out double. As he continues to see the ball well, a little bit of opposite field power there for Kusha. And he's on in scoring position now with Tyler Whippazinski coming to the plate. So now it'll be up to Whippazinski to keep it going. He's hitting at .244 in the year with a home run and 5 runs batted in. First pitch to Whippazinski. Stays up high, and the count goes to 1-0. Down and out, 2-0 now the count. So Whippazinski ahead in the count here. Wetmore has to be careful. Can't just lay one in here. 2-0 to Whippazinski. He rockets that one deep down the line and left, but fouling out of play. Whip a little bit out in front of some of those pitches right now. And you got to assume eventually he's going to get that timing down as the season goes on. But he got a pitch to hit there and just jumped on it a bit too soon. Now the 2-1 on the way from Wetmore. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Two and two, 2 away. Runner at second is Jacob Kusha. He had a 2-out double. 2-2. Wetmore from the stretch, rocks. Now looks back and delivers. Up and in. Full count, 3-2. First base open. Benjamin Stawicki waiting out on deck. 3-2 the count with 2 away. Wetmore's 3-2 to Whippazinski. And just misses ball 4. Good pitch there, maybe a shade high. And that will put 2 on now with 2 away.
The right fielder for Case Western Reserve, number 28, Benjamin Stawicki.
Now Benjamin Stawicki to the plate. Stawicki takes the first pitch for a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Stawicki hitting at .267 on the year. He's 8 for 30 to start his campaign. Getting the start out in right field today. And pops that one up behind home plate. 0-2 the count. Now the 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Wetmore came with a fastball there. Tried to get it back out over that outside corner. One and two on Stawicki. Popped up, fouling out of play, so Stawicki stays alive. Two on, 1-2 the count. Bottom of the first inning. Spartans trying to get on the board here. With a little two-out rally. The 1-2 from Wetmore. Inside, and it hit him. And so he's hit by the pitch. Home plate umpire Damon with no last name issues the hit by pitch, and that will load him up. So Casey McConaughey now with the chance.
Number 31, Casey McConaughey.
Bases filled with Spartans here as McConaughey, first pitch swinging, lines it into left field, coming in and making the catch. And left field is LaCroix for the final out of the inning. So the Spartans threaten. They load the bases on a double, a walk, and a hit by pitch, but are unable to bring across the run in the first. We'll move to the second in a scoreless game. 4, 5, and 6 for Western New England. Casella, LaCroix, and Nussbaum due up when we return. Welcome back. Matt Levine needed just 8 pitches to get through the first inning, 6 of which were strikes as he continues his strong start to the year. And now Joe Casella, the cleanup hitter, set to lead things off for Western New England. First pitch taken for a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Casella, LaCroix, and Nussbaum due up. Casella hitting at .333. Takes the fastball up high, 1-1. Well, Levine pitched last Sunday against Oglethorpe in the Spartans' 9-0 win. So that misses outside for a ball, 2-1. He needed just 75 pitches to get through 7 innings. Faced the minimum through the first 6 in that game. Down and in, 3-1. And he has been very, very good in the early going of this season. Had a great start to begin the season against Spalding. Even though he took the loss in that. Or pardon me, got a no decision in that. Called strike. It's now 3-2 on Casella. Three-two. Levine rocks, delivers. Fouled off. Count stays at 3-2 on Casella, who's making Levine work a little bit here. 6 pitches deep into this at bat, soon to be 7 after Levine threw just 8 all of last inning. So good at bat here for any number of reasons for the lefty Casella. And he works out the walk. Good plate appearance there for Casella, and that'll be the first base runner of the game for Western New England. And we'll bring Ben LaCroix up to the plate, also a .333 hitter. LaCroix 2 for 6 with a double this year. He lifts that in the air deep towards center field, but Neal will have a chance at it. Gets underneath it and makes the catch, and there's one gone. So first pitch swinging. LaCroix retired, and Zach Nussbaum now to the plate. Nussbaum hitting a .400. 2 for 5 on the year. A junior left-handed hitter out of Bridgewater, Massachusetts. First pitch on the outside corner. And the count goes to 0-1. Runner goes. The pitch taken for a ball. Throw beats him in plenty of time, and the tag is applied by Lott for the out. 2 gone. Tyler Wipazinski throwing out another base runner. Western New England quickly learning that Wipazinski is not a catcher to be run on. That one fouled off. And it's 1-2 now on Nussbaum. One-two, Levine rocks and delivers. Grounded, cued down the first baseline foul. Now the 1-2 again. Fouled off again. 1-2 still. Again, a much better job this inning by Western New England to make Levine work a little bit. Sixth pitch of this at bat coming up. As another 1-2 delivery from Levine. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That ends the inning. So Levine allows the leadoff base runner on a walk, but a caught stealing, a flyout, and a strikeout help end the frame, and Levine has thrown 2 more shutout innings. Murley, Neal, and Lott, the bottom of the order for Case Western Reserve, and a scoreless ball game due up when we return. Scoreless game as we begin the bottom of the second inning, in Case Western Reserve University coming up to bat. Bottom of the order, Murley, Neal, and Lott after the Spartans loaded the bases against Paul Wetmore in the top half of the inning. I should say the bottom half of the first inning. They loaded the bases against him as Noah Murley, a 400 hitter, takes the first pitch for a strike. Murley limited plate appearances this season, but he's done well, 6 of 15 on the season. All 6 of his hits have been singles. He scored 5 runs, driven in 3. The designated hitter in today's game swings and fouls that one back, 0-2. Murley behind in the count. Wetmore rocks and delivers. Outside for a ball, 1-2. Already a better appearance here for Wetmore. Again, walked 4 1/3 of an inning. In his first appearance of the year against Westfield State, took the loss in that game. Now it's a 1-2 on the way. Swung on, hit softly to third base. Going to be a tough play. Scoop and throw, not in time. And an infield hit for Noah Murley. Good hustle there by Murley, who's has his 3rd hit now in the last 2 games for the Spartans. And the leadoff man is on for the first time today for Case Western Reserve.
Spartans, the center fielder, number 6, Samuel Neal.
So Neal, a 308 hitter now on the year, steps up to the plate. 2 home runs in the last 2 games for Neal entering today. He leads the team with 3 home runs on the season, 12 total RBIs, and Neal is quickly falling in love with the friendly confines of Lexington County Baseball Stadium. He's now hit 4 career home runs, and 3 of them have come in this ballpark. Takes a cut at the pitch down and in there and misses, and the count's at 0-1. Now the 0-1. One is well up high and out for a ball. 1-1 the count. Murley on at first. 1 for 4 on stolen base attempts this season. One. 2-1. So all of a sudden, the count's shifting in Neal's favor here. And a chance for Neal to continue his hot streak. Came into Lexington hitting at 133. In the 4 games since, he's raised that average to 308. Takes a fastball, let her high for a strike, and it's 2-2. Neal out of Smithfield, Virginia, the junior. The only Case Western Reserve player to start every game in the last 2 seasons. 2-2, pitch is, nope, thrown to first. Neal, a guy who got into the lineup because he's such a good defensive center fielder. And what he's done over the last 3 years of his career has just been developing into a better and better hitter. And what's been fun to watch about Neal is the way we've seen his hitting style change a little bit as his career has gone on. When he started last season, after not playing his entire freshman year, he was a little bit more of a guy who was going to work a count, take some pitches. It was one of the reasons why he was at the top of the lineup last year. But we've seen him develop into a guy who's going to be a little bit more aggressive at the plate on occasion. Here's a 2-2 to Neal. Swings, ground ball, hit towards second, too slowly to turn two, and it's bobbled by the second baseman anyway. It'll be an error on the second baseman for Western New England, Kevin Johnson. Allows Murley to move up to second. Neal on at first, 2 on, nobody out, and Jacob Lott will be the batter. I'd imagine we're going to see Lott bunting here, but let's see. Little pinch in at the corners, although still back a bit at third. He does square to bunt, gets it down nicely. Going to be a tough play, fielded by the pitcher. Throw on to first is off target, and they say he held the base. And let's see if Matt Englander comes out now and asks for some help from the home plate umpire, and they will go to the home plate umpire here. And the reason why you go to the home plate umpire in this situation is because you can see if he held the bag, and they'll say he's out. And that's what Matt Englander wanted to check. So it goes to sacrifice bunt for Lott. One 4 on the put out. So Neal moves up. Murley moves up as well. And it's now second and third with 1 away. And Rocco Ma, the dangerous Rocco Ma, to the plate. A .302 hitter on the year. 1 home run. 8 runs batted in. First pitch a bit up and in. And it's a 1-0 count. Make it 2-0. Ground ball hit back to the pitcher, and they may have everyone caught up. No, he looks back to first and gets him there. Well, Wetmore gets the shore out at first base. Might have had a chance to get one of the leading runners there. But now with 2 gone in the inning, Jake Ryan will come to the plate and will need to produce here to try to drive in a run. Ryan 0 for 1, struck out looking in his first at bat, but hitting at .362, a team high .362. First pitch to Ryan. And it looked like a slider that caught for a strike that time, 0-1. Kind of get the feeling Lott not seeing the ball as well out of Wetmore's hands here today as he's been the last few games. The 0-1 to Ryan. Cranks that one foul, and he falls behind now 0-2, and after a single and an error to start the inning, Wetmore now a strike away from getting out of it unscored upon. Trying to walk the tightrope here in the bottom of the second. Here's the 0-2. Another one hit foul. Count stays at 0-2. Oh, and 2 away. That's outside for a ball. 1-2. Good chase pitch there from Wetmore, but Ryan not going after that. 1-2, 2 on, second and third with 2 away. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Inside, and it hit him. Second time a batter has been hit today, and the second time that it's loaded the bases with 2 outs. So the bases loaded now, 2 away, and Jacob Kusho, who doubled to the gap in right center field his last time up, will step up here, and looking for another big hit. Murley at third, Neal at second, now Ryan on at first, and Kusha, who's hitting at 350 on the year. Chance to do some damage. First pitch to Kusha on the way. He's driven in 8 this season and a chance to add on big time here. Big at bat for Kusha in the early going of this ball game. First pitch. And takes it for a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Now the 0-1. Down and out. 1-1 the count. And Kusha gets underneath it, pops it up behind third base. Shortstop coming over to get it and making the catch to end the inning is the shortstop Loparco. And once again, Wetmore works out of a jam here in the second. No runs on a hit for Case Western Reserve, an error and 3 left on base. Scoreless as the Spartans have left the bases loaded in each of the first 2 innings. Meanwhile, Matt Levine has faced the minimum through the first 6 batters he's faced, and we'll move along into the third. Bottom of the order for Western New England. It will be Valeriano, followed by Johnson and Grignano due up when we return. Welcome back again is Case Western Reserve and Western New England. Scoreless through the first 2. Levine first pitch, and it's a fair ball down the line and left, hit by Valeriano. He turns the corner at second. He'll try for second. Here comes the throw. Not in time. And it's a leadoff double for Valeriano. So Valeriano jumping on the first pitch, thrown by Matt Levine. Now Kevin Johnson will bat here, but a chance for Western New England to get the first run of the game here in breakthrough. That's their first hit of the day off of Levine, who had retired the first 6 batters. Should say faced the minimum. He did walk 1. Johnson squaring a bunt, pulls it back and takes it for a ball, 1-0. Casey McConney is going to have to charge here and defend against the bunt. Probably going to be Levine who's going to have to get back and cover first. As Ma all the way over now shifts. Pickoff attempt down towards center as it gets away. And that will allow the runner to move up. It'll go as an error as the count goes to 2-0 at the plate on Wipazinski. As no one went to cover, and then I think Whip airmailed one, seeing that no one's really on the base paths there. And so now the runner moves up to third, and it's a 2-0 count on Johnson. Fouls that one back, 2-1. So Levine with his first jam of the day to work out of. The Spartans have certainly been threatening in their first 2 innings of work, but nothing to show for it at the plate, and all of a sudden, Western New England trying for the lightning strike here. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit, and we'll keep an eye on the weather as the day goes on. Storms expected to enter into the area midday. 2-2. Ground ball hit toward short. That'll get the run in. Lott has it. He'll throw to first in time for the out, but it'll be an RBI ground out for Johnson. 6-3 on the putout. Valeriano comes in to score. It'll be an unearned run, at least for now. And with 1 out,
For Western New England, the third baseman, number 4, CWRU.
that will bring up Sebi Grigano to the plate. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. 0-1. Grignano hitting at 400 on the season. The 9-hitter in the lineup today. Takes the breaking ball in the inside corner for a strike, and the count goes to 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball just a bit inside. 1-2. So Western New England strikes first in this one. They score a run here in the third. Base is empty now. So that ball grounded softly to second. Ma there, throw to first. On target for the out. And there are 2 retired. Back to the top of the order.
Number 16, Joe Weber.
Joe Weber will be the batter. Weber 0 for 1. Flew out into foul territory. His first time up. One and 0 the count on Weber, who's looking for his first hit of the season. Pops that one up, foul territory, and out of play, 1-1. Hard hit ground ball to the right side. Gloved by Ma, who turns and throws in time for the out. That ends the inning. A run on a hit, an error, no one left on base, and we'll move into the third.
And no one left on base.
Bottom of the third inning coming up in case Western Reserve will try to answer back. Wipazinski, Stawicki, and McConaughey due up when we return. 1-0, Western New England with the lead. Third inning, the Spartans trail 1-0. Case Western Reserve has left the bases loaded each of the first 2 innings of the game. No runs to show for it. And Western New England picked up a run, almost like a lightning strike in the top of the third. Leadoff double, an error, and a ground out. Whipzinski chases the first pitch there from Wetmore, and it's an 0-1 count. Wetmore with 42 pitches as he begins his third inning of work. That one skied down the line and right, out of play and foul. 0-2 on Whipzinski, who walked his first time up and is hitting at .244 on the year. Now the 0-2. Well outside, 1-2. Wetmore off to a nice start here. He's gotten into some trouble, but he's worked out of it each inning. Has allowed just 2 hits. I believe it's 2 hits, 2 walks. No, 2 hits, 1 walk, 2 hit batters. An error as well in the day as Whipzinski sends that one up the middle, and for the second straight inning, the Spartans have a leadoff base hit. See if they can make something of it here as Whipzinski representing the potential game-tying run on at first. The batter at the plate will be Benjamin Stawicki. Stawicki was hit by a pitch with 2 strikes in the count his last time up. Whipzinski leads from first. He can steal as he pulls back the bunt. Looked like a fake bunt was on there maybe. Takes a called strike anyway, and it's an 0-1 count. That might just be trying to get the third baseman, Grignano, to take a few extra steps in here. I don't think Stawicki is going to be bunting. And, yeah, I think Wetmore, maybe sensing that, wanted to throw over to first and see if Stawicki was going to give away a bunt on that one. And now let's see what, the third baseman, Grignano, looks like he's going to take a few extra steps back now, not buying the fact that Stawicki is bunting there. The 0-1. Stawicki not bunting, takes a big cut, swings and misses, and the count goes to 0-2. Essentially what the Spartans are trying to do there is just cast a little doubt in the mind of the defense, try to sneak the third baseman in. Probably wants Stawicki to take a pitch there anyway, and so by bunting, maybe make the defense think a little bit more. Even though you have no intention. But runner goes. Stawicki lines that one into left field, and it's down for a base hit. So on an 0-2 count, Stawicki off the fist singles into left field for a hit. He's on base for the second time today, and there's 2 on, nobody out. Similar situation to what we saw last inning that the Spartans were unable to capitalize on. Spartans have had their share of base runners today, but nothing to show for it yet. Now, Casey McConaughey comes to the plate. The first baseman is 0 for 1 on the day and hitting at .267 on the year. Came up to bat with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the first and hit a fly ball to left field. Wetmore looks Whipzinski back. Wetmore's worked out of jams in the first and second inning. Let's see what he could do here in the third. Pitch on the way. Up high. Ticks off the catcher's glove and rolls away, but not far enough for either runner to advance, and it's a 1-0 count. Now the 1-0 on the way. Outside, and another one that ticks off the catcher's glove. 2-0 count. Hitters count here for McConaughey, who swings and grounds that one to second. Could be two. Over to second for one. Back on to first. Not in time. McConaughey beat it out. Good hustle there by McConaughey to prevent what would have been a huge double play. Instead, it goes as a fielder's choice. Whipzinski moves up 90 feet to third, representing the potential game-tying run. And now Noah Murley, who's really starting to percolate at the plate. Hitting at .438 on the year, including a single earlier today, will step up. First pitch. Murley takes it for a strike, 0-1. Murley singled in his first at bat, was stranded at third. At some point, if you're Case Western Reserve, you have to start capitalizing on these runners that you're getting on base. They've had the foot traffic out there, but just haven't been able to bring them across the plate. And against a good team like Western New England, you might end up really kicking yourself if you can't take advantage of some of these opportunities. The 0-1 to Murley. Up high. And the count evens, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Looked like Wetmore might have taken a little bit off of that pitch and had Murley out in front of it. So 1-2 the count. Big out here if Wetmore can get it at the plate. Pickoff attempt. Boy, McConaughey just struggled to get his footing there, but does dive back in. Here's the 1-2. And it's popped up behind home plate. Valeriano there to get it and ends up turning the glove over and making a basket catch on it, but effective. And there are 2 outs. And once again, and the runners are caught up here. I'm not sure what was going on there. Is Whipzinski's going to try to score. The throw comes, the tag is applied, and the play is made. I don't know what the Spartans were thinking there, and frankly, I looked down and missed a good portion of it. We'll have to take another look at that one, but the Spartans out of the inning. Another escape of a jam there, and we'll be back in just a minute. Well, welcome back as Case Western Reserve. Good news that inning is that they only left one man on. The bad news is that they squandered another opportunity with first and third and one out. After the pop out and reviewing the play, Casey McConaughey, who was the runner at first, tried to catch Western New England sleeping and advanced to second after the play. And he would have been out by a mile, and then all of a sudden, Whipzinski tried to come across and score a run as the first pitch strike to Leparco, 0-1. And Whipzinski was thrown out trying to score. If you're scoring at home, that's a 2-1-6-2-5-1 put out. That one's fouled off. The Cleveland special there, the 2-1-6 put out with a little bit extra at the end. But yes, 2-1-6-2-5-1 on the put out. Just misses there, and it's 1-2. Levine, a very manageable pitch count early on here. He's at 38 pitches. 3 deep here into the fourth inning. That one hit softly up towards the middle. Lott scurries to get to it and throws to first in time to get Leparco for the out. One gone. Well, a little bit of an earlier start today for the Spartans, and they're looking like they're maybe still thinking about their beds a little bit right now. A little bit of sloppy play all around. But they trail by a run, 1-0 to Western New England. Eric LeCaire, the batter now. LeCaire 0 for 1, a fly out to left field his first time up, and he's hitting a 250 on the year. And one's fouled back, and the count goes to 0-1. Fouled off, 0-2. Hard hit ground ball off the glove of Kushin into left field. It'll be a base hit for LeCaire. So LeCaire with a rocket shot to third. You're so used to seeing Kushin make those plays at third, but that's a rocket shot there that if he had made that play would have been a pretty fantastic play. So that'll go as a base hit, and Joe Castellan out of the plate, walked in his first at bat. Hits that one hard back up towards the middle. Smothered, but leaks into center field, and that'll be another base hit. Well, both Lott and Maw dove for that one. I'm not sure who knocked it down. Both of them might have gotten a piece of it. Either way, I don't think even if they made that play cleanly, they would have had a shot once they left their feet. Probably the only person who would have even come close to making a play on that would have been Lott, but he would have had to get over there very quickly, and again, nothing you expect him to do in that situation. So 2 on, 1 away. Pitches down and in to LaCroix for a ball, 1-0. Now the 1-0. 1-1. Fouled off. And LaCroix now behind in the count, 1-2. 1-0, Western New England, top of the fourth inning. 2 on, 1 away. LaCroix flew out to center his first time up. That ball lifted towards the outfield. Lazy fly for Jake Ryan, who makes the grab and gets it in quickly. 2 gone in the inning. And Levine a chance to work around a couple of base hits here in the 4th, if he can retire Zach Nussbaum. Nussbaum 0 for 1. Strikeout swinging in his first at bat, hitting at .333. Checks his swing at that. Takes it for a ball, 1-0. Whippazinski threw down to third. Tell you, Whippazinski looking a little out of sorts at the plate today, or behind the plate. He did throw out a runner earlier on, but a few kind of uncharacteristic mistakes here. A little high with the fastball, 2-0. Nussbaum, the junior out of Bridgewater, Massachusetts, left-handed hitter. Takes one outside, and it's 3-0. And ball 4, so that will load them up. So the walk there loads up the bases, and that'll bring up Brian Valeriano.
The catcher for the Golden Bears, number 3, Brian Valeriano.
He doubled and scored the only run of the game so far his last time up, so Levine's going to have to be careful here with Valeriano at the plate. Batting at .222. He's now 2 of 9 on the season. That pitch taken outside for a ball, 1-0. 2 outs, bases loaded, a chance for Western New England to increase their lead. Levine, 5 straight out of the strike zone. Make it 6. There's a strike, 2-1. Low pickoff attempt at second, and they get him. So much for Whippazinski looking out of sorts. Casella 2-4 on the pickoff. And we'll move along into the 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th, Spartans will try to get on the board here. 8-9-1. It's Neil, Lott, and Maw due up when we return. Well, Paul Wetmore's been in trouble every inning so far, but he's worked out of it and has been working with a 1-0 lead now for the last few innings. We begin the fourth, and Case Western Reserve, which has left 7 men stranded in the game today, comes to the plate with their 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up. Although, one of the features of this lineup, and one of the nice things, is that really the 8, 9, and 1, Neal, Lott, and Maw, could look more like a 1, 2, and 3 in order. Neal hitting at 300 on the season, reached on an error his last time up.
The center fielder for Case Western Reserve, number 6, Samuel Neal.
And we'll come to bat here. Neal riding a hot streak, tied for the team lead in RBIs with 12, leading the team with 3 home runs. Wetmore rocks and delivers. And it's down and in for a ball, 1-0. Scott Kutschke runs to go get that one. Surprised he's moving that well today. Threw about 80 pitches in relief yesterday. Picked up the win in the 8-4 Case Western Reserve victory over Roger Williams. The 1-0. Called strike, 1-1. Sky's starting to brighten a little bit here. Again, potential for some rain as we get closer to 2 or 3 o'clock. Mid-afternoon thunderstorm expected here today. And that's called a ball, awfully close as the count goes to 2-1. Two-one pitch. Wetmore sets and delivers. Ground ball hit hard towards second, takes a wicked hop and bounces away, and that'll be an infield hit for Neal. Well, Neal torched that one, a lot of topspin to it, and when it hit the infield dirt, it bounced right up and bit the second baseman. Again, if he had made a reaction to that hop, that would have been a pretty impressive play. So it goes as a base hit for Neal, 5th hit of the game for the Spartans. And Neal now taking a lead from first as Jacob Lott comes to the plate. Pickoff attempt down at first. Case Western Reserve usually a very aggressive team on the base paths. Neal tied for the team lead with 4 steals this season on at first. But you wonder, after some errors of aggression earlier in the game, last inning, if the Spartans play it safe here. Nope, Neal runs. No, he stops, starts, stops again, comes back. A little deke at first base as Neal dives back, and Nussbaum kind of gave a glare into right field as if the ball rolled through. Neal didn't bite on the fake, though, and he's still at first as the count 1-0 at the plate on Lott. Lott hitting at 244, his average starting to climb. Sacrifice bunt his first time up. On the outside corner, 1-1. Another throw down to first, and you can see Wetmore being very careful with Neal. Neal looking runnerish over at first. Not going. As a swing and a miss. Matt Englander is asking why that wasn't a balk. We'll have to take another look at the delivery here from Wetmore to see if we see anything in any of these upcoming pitches. 1-2. Runner goes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Throw goes down to second, not in time. And Neal has the stolen base as Lott goes down swinging. So 1 out now, the tying run in scoring position again. Back to the top of the order now as Rocco Maw comes up.
Number 29, Rocco Maw.
Well, Maw was really swinging the bat well the first couple of games here in Lexington, but has slowed up over the last day or two. Opportunity for a big RBI here. And a called strike, 0-1 on Maw, hitting at .295. Now the 0-1. Nope, instead pickoff attempt down to second. Maw trying to break through here for the Spartans as Case Western Reserve trails by a run. Neal out at second base. The pitch. That ball rocketed into center field, but right at the center fielder. And making the catch is LeCaire for the out. So one of the more harder hit balls we've seen Rocco take a cut at here in the last day or two, but nothing to show for it as he'll head back to the dugout. It's now on Jake Ryan, who is 0 for 1 of the day with a strikeout looking and was hit by a pitch in his last trip to the plate. Ryan hitting a team best .362. First pitch to Ryan. Nope, instead stepping off. Neal looked back by Wetmore, who's had runners in scoring position every inning and has worked out of it. Chance to get out of another jam here after a leadoff single to Neal. He's standing over at second. Ryan at the plate. That one misses inside. 1-0. Started him off with a breaking pitch. Ryan tied for the team lead with 12 runs batted and slugging a team high .580. Actually second on the team in slugging with .580 slugging percentage. 3 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run this season. That one catches the knees for a strike. 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Big at bat here for Jake Ryan. Spartans have been knocking on the door all game long, but have been unable to walk through it as of yet. Here's the 2-1 to Ryan. Swing and a miss when chasing. 1 of the count evens now 2-2, and once again, Wetmore a strike away from working around another bit of a situation. 2-2, 2 away, runner at second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Little bit up and in. Full count, 3-2. Full count, 2 away. Neal takes his lead from second. Payoff pitch on the way to Ryan from Wetmore. And he pops it up foul territory, and that will get out of play. I think it will get out of play. It does. So another payoff pitch coming up here. Ryan, the sophomore outfielder. Seen him catch a little this week as well. Settles back in at the plate. Pitch number 72 on the day coming up for Wetmore. His 3-2 delivery once again. Nope, looks back. Diving back in is Neal. Three-two from Wetmore. Up high, ball 4. And so Ryan works out the walk. And Jacob Kusha now to the plate.
The third baseman for Case Western Reserve, number 19, Jacob Kusha.
Kusha will bat here, and again, another key at bat for Kusha. Hit with the bases loaded in the second, popped up to shortstop to end the inning. But he doubled in the first base and was left stranded back in the first. So his third at bat of the game. He's hitting at .341 this season. First pitch. Breaking ball, first strike. A curve taken there as the count goes to 0-1. Two on, two away. Tying run at second. Go ahead run at first. The 0-1 to Kusha. Kusha swings and fouls it back. Looked like it caught the catcher there. So Damon, the home plate umpire, will go bring the new ball out to the pitcher, make sure the catcher's okay as he'll dust the plate off. An 0-2 hole now for Kusha. As Wetmore again working around the situation with multiple runners on base. Let's see what he could do here. Strike away from getting through the inning. The 0-2 pitch. Down and out, 1-2. Wetmore has been living dangerously all game long, but he's come out on the other side unscathed each time. Can he do it another time here in the fourth? The 1-2. Swung on, ground ball to short, should end the inning. Fielded and thrown on to second for the out. And that will do it here in the fourth. The Spartans leave two men stranded after picking up a hit and a walk, and we'll move on to the fifth. Western New England still leading in this one, 1-0. It'll be the bottom of the order for Western New England. Valeriano, Johnson, and Gringano due up when we return. One to nothing. The score is still here as Case Western Reserve has left 9 men on base through the first 4 innings. It's come back to bite him early on. See if Matt Levine can keep it a 1-run game. He begins his 5th inning of work with 55 pitches. But right now on the short side of things after an unearned run came across in the third. That ball bunted down the third baseline, and it rolls foul. Kusha came charging up on it, saw the way it was turning, and able to let that one roll foul, fortunately. So count goes to 0-1. on Valeriano. Doubled in his only at bat of the game and came around to score the only run of the game so far. He was hitting last inning when Whippozinski picked off the Western New England runner at second. Hits that one hard but foul. The count goes to 0-2. Again, some thunderstorms expected as the day goes on. Sounds like it'll be in the area around 2:30 or so, maybe a little earlier, as that one on an 0-2 count plunks Valeriano on the back. And Levine not happy with himself over that one. Let the hitter get away after being ahead in the count 0-2. So leadoff man on. It's the third time in the last 4 innings that Western New England has had the leadoff man on. That one bunted up in the air, but foul and off the netting behind home plate, 0-1. Brandon Stuckey, the assistant coach for the Spartans, out to chase that one down. As the 0-1. Low, 1-1. Runner goes, big jump, throw down to second base is not in time. It's a ball at the plate, 2-1, and that one was stolen on the pitcher by Valeriano. He had a huge jump and is now in scoring position with nobody out. Tell you, Valeriano, what we've seen of him so far, really impressive. Hit a couple balls pretty hard. Some good base running as well. Really good ball player out there. The senior catcher out of Stratford, Connecticut. That one in the dirt gets away, and the runner will move up. So all of a sudden, a runner at third in a similar situation for Johnson that he had his last time up, as the count goes to 3-1 now, when he drove in the only run of the game so far with a ground out to short. Spartans will cede the run here again, at least if it's hit to one of the middle infielders who are back. That one chopped over to Kusha, tags the runner for the out, throw across to first base in time, double play. What a play by Jacob Kusha. You can't execute that any better than he just did. A little chopper down the third baseline. Kusha was playing perfectly close to the bag and in a few steps. And Valeriano had no choice but to go back. Tried to dive back in. Kusha applied the tag and then threw on to first in plenty of time for the out. And now a little bit of life breathed into this Case Western Reserve defense here, as Gringano takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Oh, misses outside, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Levine a strike away from getting through the fifth with a little help from some friends. The 1-2. That one misses up high, 2-2. Vignano hitting at .333 on the year. Grounded out to second base his last time up. 2-2 pitch on the way from Levine. And that's skied behind short. Back to get it is Lott, who calls everyone off. Makes the grab and the inning's over. Well, a stellar 5-5-3 double play turned by Kusha down at third base and helped save a run in that frame. Bottom of the fifth inning coming up. Let's see if that breathes some energy into this Case Western Reserve offense. 4, 5, and 6 for the Spartans due up when we return. Whippazinski, Stawicki, and McConaughey when we return. Case Western Reserve will head into the bottom of the fifth inning, their half of the inning, with a 1-0 deficit that they're trying to overcome. Again, 9 men left on base. That's been the big story so far for the Spartans. As the first pitch misses outside to Whippazinski, 1-0. Whip 1 for 1 on the day. A hit by, or a walk and a single today for Whippazinski. Big cut at that one, and the count evens 1-1. Whippazinski, Stawicki, McConaughey due up this frame. Case Western Reserve trying to break through against Wetmore, who's now up to 78 pitches as he starts the fifth. The 1-1. Swung on, chopper, foul, 1-2. You can see Whip's timing a little bit off at the plate here. Seen him out in front of a few pitches so far in this game. See if he can lock in on one here. 1-2 the count, nobody out. First batter, the bottom of the fifth. The 1-2. 2-2. Missed up high with the fastball. Here's the 2-2 offering. Swung on, ground ball to short. Leparco there. Throw to first, a little low, but a good job over at first base by Nussbaum to dig it up. And there's one gone.
For the Spartans, the right fielder, number 28, Benjamin Stawicki.
So 1 out now, Benjamin Stawicki to the plate. Stawicki 1 for 1 on the day. A hit by pitch and a single. Batting at .290 on the year. First pitch to Stawicki. Breaking ball for a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Again, Whitmore has allowed runners to reach and get into scoring position each of the previous 4 innings, but has worked around the jam each time. Here's the 0-1. That one swung on, hit behind second base, dropping quickly, and will get in there for a base hit. Well, Stawicki found the perfect spot for that one. Not hit hard at all, but got just enough of it to put it down for a base hit, and now a 1-out base runner on the 6th hit of the game for the Spartans, and Casey McConaughey will be up at bat. McConaughey came up to bat in the first with the bases loaded and 2 outs, flew out to left to end the inning. He was on with 2 on and nobody out his last time up, and grounded into a fielder's choice, beating out a potential double play at first. He'll hit here with Stawicki at first, and 1 away. Breaking ball. A little bit outside maybe, and the count goes to 1-0. Stawicki takes some steps off the bag at first. Here's the 1-0. Little low, 2-0. No action yet in the bullpen for Western New England as Wetmore up to 85 pitches here. 1 out in the 5th. The 2-0. Swung on, ground ball hit to second. To the shortstop for 1, back on to first in time. 4-6-3 double play, and that ends the inning. So the Spartans get another hit, but can't do much with it, and we'll move to the 6th. Top of the order coming up for Western New England. Weber, Leparco, and LeCaire due up when we return. 1-0, Western New England winning. Oh, welcome back. 1-0 the score. Western New England with a run in the 3rd, an unearned run. And well, the Spartans have had the majority of the opportunities. They have not been able to take advantage of them. And trailing this game by that 1 run. 1-0 the score. Top of the order for Western New England. Weber, Leparco, and LeCaire facing Matt Levine for the 3rd time. Weber 0 for 2 in the game. Now 0 for 6 on the season as he looks for his first hit of the year. He might have it. Ground ball hit towards second. Maw there, picks it up, throws to Levine, who covers in time for the out. Well, Casey McConaughey got a little bit far off the bag as Maw came well over to get to that one. And a great job by Levine getting off the mound quickly and getting over to first to make the play. That's exactly what you want to see a pitcher do in that situation. Well executed by the Spartans defense. So 1 gone now, and Alex Leparco, the shortstop, 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts to the left side today. Takes that up and in for a ball, 1-0. Levine now with 70 pitches today. Down low for a ball, 2-0. Now the 2-0 offering from Levine. 3-0. So Leparco ahead in the count here, 3-0. Called strike, 3-1. Now the 3-1 from Levine. 3-2, full count. Leparco is ready to toss the bat aside. But will stay in the batter's box here. 3-2 the count, one away, base is empty. See if Levine can battle all the way back. A 3-2 on the way. And a little low, ball 4. So Leparco got ahead in the count, 3-0. Levine battled back to make it a 3-2 count, and then just misses low with ball 4. And so a runner on at first now, with one away for Eric LeCaire, 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a fly out. LeCaire waits the first pitch. Levine throws down to first, not in time to get Leparco, who dives back in. Leparco has attempted one steal this season. He was unsuccessful. That ball lifted in the air, left field, shallow, charging in is Ryan underneath it, and he makes the catch for the out. And there are 2 gone. Not a lot of fly balls in this game to the outfield. Second out recorded. And with 2 gone here in the top of the 6th, bring up the cleanup hitter and designated hitter, Joe Casella. Casella 1 for 1 in the ball game, a walk in the second and a single in the 4th. Leparco on at first. We'll see if he starts to get runnery over there. That ball taken for a strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1. Runner goes. Pitch taken for strike 2. Throw down to second. Tag applied in time for the out. And Whippazinski guns down another. Leparco 2-6 on the caught stealing, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on. We will move along into the bottom of the 6th inning, and Case Western Reserve is down by a run, 1-0 the score. Bottom of the order for the Spartans. Murley, Neal, and Lott due up when we come back. Case Western Reserve trailing in this one still 1-0. Not a lot of offense for the Spartans today, although they have left 9 men stranded. Paul Wetmore on the mound. Action has begun in the meantime in the bullpen here for Western New England. And that is Patrick Westerland who has begun to warm out there. Westerland, the junior righty. Noah Murley, first pitch. Bit of a half-hearted swing as he fouls it back, 0-1. Wetmore with 86 pitches to start the inning. That was his 87th. He's held the Spartans scoreless through the first 5 innings on 6 hits. And again, has worked his way around a number of jams today. He begins the 6th here. The 0-1 on the way to Murley. He's batting at .412 on the year. And hits that one softly over to short. Easy play there. Leparco gets it, and there is one gone. Again, the Spartans have had some opportunities. They just haven't found the timely hit yet today. And
The center fielder for the Spartans, number 6.
really, throughout the series against Roger Williams, that's something that we saw from the Spartans. When they needed the hit, they got it. Noah Murley had a few of those. Certainly Sam Neal at the plate here had a few big hits. No bad here. 1 for 2 on the day. A single and reached on an error, hitting at .317. Fastball in the outside corner. It's a called strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1 to Neal, the 8-hitter in the lineup. Westmore rocks and delivers. Down low for a ball, 1-1. Westmore working with the full wind here, and a little bit of a rarity for him. He has spent most of this game with runners on base. The 1-1. And it hit him. Neal hit by a pitch. He's on base for the 3rd time today.
The Spartans shortstop, number 1, Jacob Lott.
And so Jacob Lott now to the plate. Lott 0 for 1, struck out swinging, hitting here with a runner on. He also has a sac bunt today. Lott's one of those guys who has a knack for getting that timely hit. That just missed hitting him. And the coaching staff poking their heads out of the dugout here. And the trainer will come out now, and Wetmore might be hurting. And he's kind of looking at his pitching hand, and I would assume it's either a blister or a hangnail or something of that sort. Certainly appears to be maybe a blister here. It appears they're looking at that pitching hand. Umpires will talk it over. And I think what they're asking is if that counts as a mound visit or not. So Wetmore seems okay. Home plate umpire talking with Matt Englander now, and I think asking him if that was a visit. And so, seems like things are sorted out over there. I don't believe they're going to count that as a mound visit. I think they're going to call it a medical situation, as the trainer came out there as well. Meanwhile, the count on Lott. He swings and fouls that pitch back. Count evens 1-1. Wetmore, 93 pitches now into his day. With action in the bullpen, would have to assume this is going to be his last inning. Neil, the runner on at first. He can run. Stolen base already today. Leads the team with 5. It's a 1-1 count on Lott at the plate. Now the 1-1. Called strike, 1-2. Now Wetmore. That ball lifting in the air, down the line and right. If it's fair, it'll drop in, and it does. Neal read it well. He'll turn the corner at second and pull into third. Coming into second with a double is Lott. And the Spartans, again with 2 runners in scoring position. And now it's second and third with 1 away. And it looks like that may be it here. And it will be. So the call of the bullpen here for Western New England. We'll get you some information on the new pitcher when we return. Runners on at second and third and 1 away, and the new pitcher on the mound for Western New England is the junior right-handed pitcher out of Auburn, Massachusetts, Patrick Westerland. 6 foot tall, 175 pounds, the righty, making his second appearance of the year, went an inning and a third earlier this season and gave up 2 hits and struck out a pair of batters. We'll come in here with 1 out, the tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second for the Spartans, whose bats have been active all day but have not been able to get that run across.
The batter of the Spartans is the second baseman, number 29, Rocco Hall.
Meanwhile, back to the top of the order now, and Rocco Mall will come to the plate and a chance to give his team the lead potentially with a base hit. At the very least, he could tie the game up. Western New England cheating in on the corners of the infield, playing back in the middle infield. First pitch from the side armor misses up and out for a ball, 1-0. Now the 1-0. Called strike, 1-1. That ball hit towards the air, center field shallow. Coming in and making the catch in center field and throwing home quickly and saving a run is the center fielder there. A great job. And boy, that is a run-saving play as Maul flies out to center.
The left fielder for Case Western Reserve, number 26, Jake Ryan.
Eric LeCaire in center field. Tremendous job making a shoestring catch and then firing it back in, and now it's up to Jake Ryan with 2 gone. That's inside, misses for a ball, 1-0. Now the 1-0 on the way to Ryan. And he lifts it in the air. Center field should end the inning. Much easier play here for LeCaire, who takes a few steps in, still coming in, and makes the catch for the out. And the Spartans again leave 2 men stranded. 1-0 the score. We are moving into the 7th. And it is a 1-0 lead, Western New England. 4, 5, and 6. Casella, LaCroix, and Nussbaum due up when we return. Welcome back once again as the first pitch to Casella fouled off and the count goes to 0-1. Well, Levine's pitched well but is on the short side of things now. Now the 0-1. Ground ball hit towards short. Lott has it. Throw on to first in time for the out. 1 gone.
The left fielder for the Golden Bears, number 13, Ben LaCroix.
LaCroix takes that pitch up high. 1-0. 1 gone. Base is empty. 7th inning. Spartans have left 11 men on base today, including many in scoring position. The 1-0 from Levine. A single run in the 3rd. As the count goes to 2-0 has been all that Western New England has needed so far. Fouled off, 2-1. LaCroix's hitting at 250 on the season. Fouled off again, 2-2. 84 pitches now for Levine, and no action in the Case Western Reserve bullpen. This will be his game for now. He's pitched well. No earned runs allowed, just the one unearned run. That ball lifted in the air, down the line in left, and it is fouling out of play. 2-2 still. Two offering on the way. Fouled off. 2-2 still. Off the outside corner. Full count, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Fouled off. Nice at bat here for LaCroix, who can really make Levine work a little bit of extra here. Already deep into this game. Three and two, one away. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Ground ball, first base. McConaughey charges, gloves it, takes it to the bag himself, 2 gone. So 2 outs now.
The first baseman for Western New England, number 27, Zach Nussbaum.
And the batter now with the bases empty is Zach Nussbaum. Hitting at .333 on the season. Takes a called strike to start off the at-bat, 0-1. Nussbaum is 0 for 1 in the game, a strikeout, swinging, and a walk. As the 0-1 pitch comes, swings and misses at that, 0-2. And Levine a strike away from a quick inning here. Third start of the year for Levine, his 4th appearance overall. He's been great this year. Here's his 0-2 delivery. Up high, 1-2. Now at 92 pitches, still no action in the bullpen. Lifted in the air, right field, deep, coming over is Ryan, still coming over, reaching out, slides, and he makes the catch. Really nice catch by Ryan along the line in left. And that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on. It's a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th, and Case Western Reserve with 9 outs left to work with. They've had the base runners all day, haven't been able to force one across, and the heart of the order will try to stem that tide when we come back. Kusha, Wipazinski, and Stawicki due up when we return. Welcome back again. Jacob Kusha, the batter. Kusha hitting here with his team down a run, as the Spartans struggling to get anything across the plate today. And Kusha takes a strike to start off the at-bat, 0-1. Now the 0-1. And that's popped up. Shallow center field. Another chance out there, and making the grab, his third straight putout out in center, is LeCaire, one gone.
The catcher for the Spartans, number 18, Tyler Wipazinski.
So one out now, and Tyler Wipazinski to the plate. Whip hitting at 256, average up a little bit from the start of the day. 1 for 2 in the game with a single and a walk, along with a ground out to short. Chops that one, third base side. Catch made in fair territory. Long throw to first in the dirt, and just in time to get Wipazinski. 2 gone. So Wipazinski retired, and now Benjamin Stawicki will be the batter. Stawicki a pair of hits in the game today to go along with a hit by pitch.
The right fielder for Case Western Reserve, number 28, Benjamin Stawicki.
Stawicki was hit by a pitch in the first, singled in the third, singled in the fifth. Takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Patrick Westerlund still on the mound. Got the final 2 outs in the 7th. Pardon me, in the 6th. Got the first 2 outs here in the 7th. That ball grounded down the third baseline. Unable to glove it on the backhand is the third baseman, Grignano. And it's going to be the third hit of the day for Stawicki. And so the tying run on the base paths again for the Spartans. And we'll get a pinch runner over at first base as Cole Jarrett will check into the game.
Now running at first base, number 23, Cole Jarrett.
So Jarrett takes over for Stawicki and will likely stay in the game and play in right field. And we'll get a pitching change here as well. Looks like with the lefty coming up, we'll get a lefty coming in on the mound here as well. We'll get you that information in just a second. New pitcher on the mound is number 42, the senior lefty, Will Krasovich, out of Haverhill, Massachusetts, St. John's Prep. Lefty coming out of the bullpen to face Casey McConaughey, a left-handed hitter.
The batter for Case Western Reserve, the first baseman, number 31, Casey McConaughey.
Cole Jarrett takes over, the pinch runner over at first base, so a little bit of speed out there. He'll take a few steps as the first pitch on the way. He runs, the pitch taken outside, throw goes down to second, and plenty of time, and he's out. 2-6 on the caught stealing. And that will end the inning. The Spartans get a man on with 2 outs, but ain't able to do anything with it, and we'll move into the 8th. Scores 1-0, Western New England leading. Welcome back. Matt Levine has been good, but the Spartans' offense has been quiet today. Levine allowing just 1 unearned run on 3 hits and 3 walks. The man at the plate is the only person who scored a run in the game so far today. Brian Valeriano, the catcher, doubled back in the 3rd inning, came across to score an unearned run in the frame. It's double one of just 3 hits allowed by Levine. That ball grounded towards short and through for a base hit. The 4th hit of the game for Western New England. And for Valeriano, that is his 3rd time on base today in 3 plate appearances. He was hit by a pitch, doubled, singled.
The second baseman for the Golden Bears, number 3, Kevin Johnson.
So now Kevin Johnson to the plate, and we'll see if Johnson's looking to move him over. Try to get an important insurance run into scoring position. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike, 0-1. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error today for Western New England. No runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Case Western Reserve. Bunted up in the air, foul and into the stands. Count goes to 0-2 as Johnson unable to get the bunt down. It's probably about the only time you'll see a ball really get up back into that part of the stands over here. It's on one of those, a bunt attempt like that. Typically the net, which is pretty high here, catches most of that. 0-2 the count. Little outside, and the count goes to 1-2. Now the 1-2. 2-2. Next pitch will be the 100th of the game for Levine. Corey Brown out in the bullpen will begin to loosen. Pitch number 100. And a little low. Levine thought he had it. Count will go full 3-2. So let's see if that gives Valeriano a start from first base here. He does have a steal already today. Wouldn't be shocked if he's moving here 3-2. The pitch, he goes. Nope, stops, and the pitch taken down low for ball 4. And the walk is issued. 4th of the game for Levine, and the first 2 runners are on here. Batters, I should say, are on here to begin the 8th. Nick Callahan, the pitching coach for the Spartans, will come out and have a word with the sophomore. As much as anything, probably just to buy some time for Corey Brown to get throwing out in the bullpen. But Levine in a little bit of trouble here. Leadoff single followed by a walk. Now the 9-hitter, Sebi Grignano, will come up. Will come up. Sophomore out, Meriden, Connecticut. 0 for 2 in the game, a ground out and a pop out.
The third baseman for Western New England, number 4, Sebi
Grignano, 286 hitter. Spartans cheating in, expecting a bunt. He takes it for a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. As Grignano was looking to lay one down there. Now the 0-1 pitch. Bunts that one down towards the first base side. Levine has it, flips on to first in time to get the out. 1-3 on the putout, but it goes as a sacrifice bunt. And now 2 key insurance runs in scoring position for Western New England. 1 out in the frame and back to the top of the order. Joe Weber to the plate.
For the Golden Bears, the right fielder, number 16, Joe Weber.
Well, Weber now on the season is 0 for 7, 0 for 3 in the game today. And they will intentionally walk him to set up a potential inning-ending double play. Now let's see what Levine can do here with Loparco coming up. Loparco is grounded out to third, grounded out to short, and walked in his 3 trips to the plate. Can Levine induce the ground ball? The infield back at double play depth. We'll get a pinch runner coming in here as Jamie Schofield will check in at first base for Weber. And Loparco at the plate. First pitch. Little outside, 1-0.
Now running at first base, number 11, Jamie Schofield.
Bases loaded. Valeriano over at third. Johnson at second. Schofield at first. 2-0 now the count. And Loparco probably going to be patient here. Ahead in the count, 2-0 with the bases filled. Called strike, 2-1. So Levine gets his first strike of the at-bat. Now the 2-1 pitch. Inside, ball 3. 3-1 the count, no place to put Loparco. After the intentional walk, Levine in some trouble, his 3-1. Up and out, ball 4. And that will bring across the second run of the game. 3 walks in the inning, 1 intentional for Levine. Now Eric LeCaire to the plate.
The center fielder for the Golden Bears.
LeCaire 1 for 3, but had a big play in center field earlier in the game that saved a run, maybe more. Takes the first pitch a little high, 1-0. He's not missing by much. Popped up. Second base. If Rocco Maw gets under it, it should be an infield fly. It is. And he makes the catch anyway. 2 gone. Again, the infield fly rule put in play there.
For the Golden Bears, the designated hitter number 33, Joe Casella.
And so now it's up to Joe Casella with 2 outs. The base is still loaded. 2-0 the score. Casella 1 for 2 today. A walk, a single, a ground out. First pitch swinging, lifts it in the air, left field, deep, but coming over and making the catch on the run is Jake Ryan, and that will end the inning. The Spartans, however, fall behind by another run. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 3 left on for Western New England in the frame. 6 outs for the Spartans to work with. They trail by 2. It will be McConaughey, Murley, and Neal due up. 6, 7, and 8 in the order when we return. Case Western Reserve University trails by 2 now. Single run and unearned run in the third for Western New England. They added 1 on in the top of the 8th. 6 outs to work with if you're the Spartans. And their bats haven't exactly been quiet all day, but they have been missing the big hit. 2-0 the score. Western New England leads. McConaughey, Murley, Neal due up this frame. Casey hitting at .235 was batting last inning when Cole Jarrett was thrown out trying to steal second base. McConaughey 0 for 3 in the game. Takes the first pitch down and in for a ball, 1-0. Now the 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Krasovich begins his second inning of work. Came in, got the final out last inning, and again came on a caught stealing. So really the first full inning to start here, at least for Krasovich. 2-0. Called strike, 2-1. Well, the way the Spartans have hit this weekend, or this week I should say as a whole, certainly not out of it yet. But it's been kind of a lazy Friday here so far. Outside, 3-1. Today's effort a little bit more reminiscent of the early season games against Spalding than what we've seen from this team's offense over the course of the last handful of games. Now the 3-1. Inside, and it hit him, ball 4. Well, hit him or ball 4, either way. McConaughey reaches to start the inning. And so with McConaughey on, the potential game-tying run now comes to the plate. Murley up to bat. He's 1 for 3 in the game, and we may get another pitching change here. See if we get a righty coming on to face Murley. Looks like we'll get another pitcher. Maybe not a righty, but another pitcher anyway. Pitching change coming here for Western New England when we return. And welcome back. New pitcher on the mound for Western New England will be number 26, Jeff Zabrowski. Junior southpaw out of South Hadley, Massachusetts. 5'11", 210 pounds. Zabrowski making his second appearance of the year. Second time coming out of the bullpen. He's gone an inning and 2/3 this season. Allowed 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And the lefty will come in to face Noah Murley. And I imagine we'll stay in the game with a lefty out on deck as well and Sam Neal. But it'll be Murley up with Casey McConaughey, the runner over at first. Spartans trail by 2. They've had runners on base every inning of the game. They've had runners in scoring position all but 2 innings today. They've left 11 on base. And again, the missed opportunities are the story right now for Case Western Reserve. Give a lot of credit to this Western New England pitching staff, which has worked into and out of trouble all game long. Now it's Jeff Zabrowski's turn. Zabrowski's first pitch to Murley, hitting at 389. On the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Wind starting to pick up a little bit with some storms approaching, probably within the next hour or so. And that hit him. Murley hit by the pitch. And the tying run's now on the base paths for the Spartans, and Sam Neal will be the batter. Well, interesting here if you're Matt Englander, an interesting decision to make. Do you bunt the runners over, put men on second and third with 1 out, or at least attempt to do that, or do you let Neal, who has been red hot, take his cuts here? I think at this point you got to let him swing away. He's hitting at 317 on the year. First pitch, Neal bunts it up in the air. And the catch made by the catcher. Well, Neal, it's been that kind of a day for the Spartans. Neal stabbed at that one and just popped it straight up on the first pitch. And there's 1 gone now. So I'll bring Jacob Lott to the plate with 1 out now and 2 on. Lott hitting at 255, 1 for 2 today with a sac bunt, a strikeout, swinging, and a double. Inside, and it hit him. Dan Gomez, the head coach for Western New England, is saying that he has to make an effort to get out of the way, arguing that he should be called back. But what he's saying is that the umpires are saying, hey, that ball was all the way in the batter's box there. And so that loads them up. Rocco Ma to the plate. 1 out, bases loaded. And this might be of a day where the Spartans have had many good opportunities. This might be one of their best. First pitch to Ma. Swings. Ground ball hit towards second. Could be 2. Over to second for 1. Back on to first. In time, the double play turned, and that will end the inning. And if you're a Spartan fan, again, it's been that kind of a day. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on. 9th inning coming up. 2-0. Western New England with the lead. Case Western Reserve University trailing 2-0 to Western New England as we begin the 9th. New pitcher on the mound for the Spartans is Corey Brown. Brown making his 5th appearance of the season. He's 0-1 with a 7.36 ERA. 2 saves on the year for Brown, who's gone 3 2/3 innings this year, allowing 7 hits and 3 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts for Brown. Pardon me, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. There we go. And Brown will try to keep it at a 2-run game here in relief of Matt Levine, who has pitched very well today. A great start for Levine. Get you his final line here. 8 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 6 walks, 1 strikeout. 111 pitch effort for Levine. Again, a good start for Matt, but he's on the short end of things now. It'll take a 9th inning comeback for the Spartans in this one, and Brown's job is to keep it at 2 runs here. And when the Spartans send their 2, 3, and 4 hitters to the plate next inning, hoping that they could get something done.
For Western New England, the left fielder, number 13, Ben LaCroix.
For Western New England, 5, 6, and 7 in their order due up. LaCroix, Nussbaum, and Valeriano, excuse me. Brown's first pitch, a strike to LaCroix, 0-1. Brown took the loss in the 9-8 walk-off win picked up by Roger Williams in the opening game of the Spartan Southern Classic back on Tuesday. The 0-1. Lifted in the air. Down the line and left and foul, 0-2. Now the 0-2 on the way. Brown comes set. He delivers. Fastball a little outside, 1-2. Hit foul. 1-2 still on LaCroix. One and two, nobody out. First batter of the ninth inning. Facing Brown. 1-2. Curve. Maybe just missed as the count goes to 2-2. Two pitch on the way. 2-2 still. Well, the Spartans currently sit at 6-5. This is their 12th game of the season, and unless they can pick up the comeback in the ninth, you're looking at a 6-6 team with 28 games left on the schedule. Outside, ball 3, full count 3-2. Really, if you're looking to get an at-large bid into the tournament, if you're the Spartans, you're probably looking at, you know, if you get that 6th loss, if you're going to say 10 losses, it's probably the maximum you can have. 3-2 on the way. We're looking at a very narrow margin of error there. That one sending the air down the line and out of play. Good at bat here for LaCroix, who has seen 8 pitches, soon to be 9. It's a team that had high aspirations for this year. But if they open 6-6 again, you're probably looking at a team that needs to go roughly 24-4 over their final 28 games, which is not easy. Three-two. Another one fouled off. Three-two offering. Ball 4. Pitch taken high, and what an at-bat there for LaCroix. Works out the walk to start things off. So now it'll be Zach Nussbaum to the plate.
The Golden Bears, the first baseman, number 27, Zach Nussbaum.
Nussbaum hitting a .286 on the year, 0 for 2 with a walk in the game. First pitch fastball up high, 1-0. Sky's starting to darken a little bit here. Again, we're probably about 40 minutes or so away from some rain hitting the area. 1-0. In the dirt for a ball, 2-0. Two-0 pitch. Fouled off, 2-1. Two-one pitch. At the knees, called strike, 2-2. 2-2 on the way. Little high, full count, 3-2. Ball lifted in the air, deep towards right field. Going back as Jarrett comes over to make the catch. He'll throw behind the runner at first, but getting back is LaCroix. But a fly out there for the first out of the inning. One gone.
The catcher for Western New England, number 30, Brian Valeriano.
Now Nick Callahan coming out to have a talk with Corey Brown. And the bullpen for Western New England, Sean Halligan, the senior lefty, has begun to warm up. We'll see if maybe he gets to pitch the ninth. No shortage of arms in this bullpen for Western New England, that's for sure. Meeting on the mound breaks up. Brian Valeriano will step up to the plate. 2 for 2 with a double, a single, a hit batter. First pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Now the 1-0. Popped up in the infield. Foul territory. McConaughey there makes the grab. 2 gone. So 2 outs now. Kevin Johnson to the plate.
The Golden Bears' second baseman, number 3, Kevin Johnson.
Johnson walked in his last trip to the plate. 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded into a double play. Also has an RBI and a ground out to short. Takes the first pitch fastball. Strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1. Fouled off, 0-2. The 0-2. Pickoff attempt at first. LaCroix gets back. Now the 0-2. Popped up, infield. Maw makes the catch. And that will end the inning. And the Spartans will have a 2-run deficit with 3 outs to work with. We'll move into the ninth. 2, 3, and 4 in the Case Western Reserve order. Ryan, Kusha, and Whippazinski due up in the bottom of the ninth when we return. New pitcher on the mound for Western New England. Sean Halligan, the senior lefty out of North Branford, Connecticut, North Branford High School. 5'9", 170 pounds. He'll take the hill here, looking to close it out and pick up his first save of the season. He's making his third appearance out of the bullpen already this year. Halligan is 1-0. Through an inning and 2/3, he's allowed just one hit, struck out a pair, no walks issued. Appears to be the end of the game guy for this Western New England team. You can see he's got some velocity even in the warm-ups. He'll face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Ryan, Kusha, and Whippazinski for Case Western Reserve, and should one of them reach, it'll be Cole Jarrett due up next. Spartans need 2 to tie, 3 to win here in the bottom of the 9th. Spartans have picked up 8 hits in the game, but they've left 13 men on base. They've grounded into a pair of double plays. They've had 2 base runners thrown out to end innings today. Chances have been there, but they have been unable to capitalize and need to come up with a late inning rally now. May not start with that as the ground ball goes to short, easy play at shortstop. And there's one gone, with Parco making the play there. So a quick out here in the 9th for Halligan. And the Spartans down to their final 2 outs now. Jacob Kusha will be the batter. Kush 1 for 4 in the game. First pitch to Kusha. Low for ball 1, 1-0. Two and 0. Kusha trying to find his way onto the base paths here with some power behind him in Tyler Whippazinski. 2-0. Checks his swing, takes it for a strike anyway. It's 2-1. Now the 2-1. Fastball was up and out. Kusha went chasing, and now it's 2-2. Halligan battling back here after falling behind 2-0. Count now even 2-2 on Kusha with 1 out and the bases empty in the 9th. Line drive, right field, base hit. Kusha picks up the single, and the Spartans will bring the tying run to the plate here in the 9th. So Tyler Whippazinski comes to the plate with 1 out and 1 on. Whip grounded out to third his last time up, is 1 for 3 on the day. He reached base in his first 2 plate appearances, walked in the first, singled in the third, has grounded out twice since. Whippazinski does have some power. First pitch. Breaking ball a little outside, 1-0. Halligan tried the backdoor breaking ball on Whippazinski. Now the 1-0. A little bit low and out with that one, 2-0. Cole Jarrett has gone back into the dugout. Ben Shapiro has come out to hit for the Spartans next. Whippazinski at the plate now, though. Swings and hits that back up the middle, and the catch is made by the pitcher. The throw on to first in time. A rocket right back to the pitcher that somehow Halligan came away with and threw on to first to get the final out, and that will end the inning and the game. Final score 2-0, Western New England with the win. Western New England improves to 2-1 with the win. Case Western Reserve University drops to 6-6 with the loss. Paul Wetmore gets the victory, now 1-1 on the season. Save goes to Halligan, that's his first. And the loss goes to Matt Levine, a tough luck loss there for Levine. He will fall on the season to 1-1. Today's game lasted 2 hours and 49 minutes, and attendance here was 175 at the ballpark today. I want to thank you once again for joining us here today. A reminder that the two teams will face off again tomorrow at 1 p.m. back here at Lexington County Stadium, and we will see you then. Take care, everyone. Once again, the final score, 2-0, Western New England with the win.